a list. This happens in a second. One, when I was younger, I thought either everything was beautiful or everything was ugly, and now all I can see from the world are things that are out of my grasp. I remember the first poem I wrote, and this is no exception. Two, I like looking at people, not in that weird, creepy stalker way, but I can't understand how people can be so beautiful, so I just end up staring, but then they look back at me, and then I look away because I can't smile on command, and maybe that's why all I can see from the person across the room is rejection. Three, maybe that's why all I can see from the mirror beside me is rejection. I'm too scared to fill the dead space with words, because I feel like all that comes out of my mouth is garbage, and I'm tired of making landfills from conversations that will get me nowhere. Four, when I'm walking home, I sing, because it makes me feel less alone, like the years spent homeless were a dream, as if the thoughts that were backed up are finally gone, and I have space behind my teeth to fill with something other than regrets, anger, sadness. I finally have room to let myself breathe. Five, I don't know how to make the first move. I'm always doubting my words. It's terrifying how terrified I am of talking to people. I never know where to start. Doubting my legs. These legs are made for running, but all they want to do is run in the opposite direction. Everything still seems wrong. Six, relationships have never really worked out for me, so I opted out when my last partner broke up with me on Christmas Eve. I remember the rise and falls in our conversations, and how she told me that she only said yes because I looked nice, that I seemed interesting, and I remember how when we held hands, she never seemed to hold on as tight as I did. Seven, if you're gonna run your fingers through my hair for like an hour when we're both drunk and I'm basically passed out on top of you, expect fully that I'm going to fall in love with you. You know? Also, I bit you last night, and I'm kind of sorry about that. Not really. Hey, loving is easy, but you're not gonna make it fucking complicated by not communicating how you feel. Which is why I've become so straightforward. You see, the Anthropocene is coming to an end, and humanity is going to become a part of the sixth mass extinction. So I start off every conversation with, "What are you looking for on Tinder?" 9, last night I dreamt that I ate my soul and died the next day. Years of vaulted feelings festered, but it's the hatred that gets me. The hatred seeped through the cracks in my facade, broke my body into pieces, spread them across the cosmos. So I joined my broken body back together with stardust and sealed the cracks with gold, hoping that you won't see past the design and cosmic radiation that's been ingrained in my skin, in my heart, in my mind. 10, I've learned that my obsession with touch is a symptom of a childhood where all I knew were fists or neglect. Honestly, it could be both. But I never bothered to diagnose myself. I'm not a doctor, and I don't want to pretend to be, because figuring out what's wrong with me is another symptom of the sickness. 11, I don't know how I write anymore, whether it be through sheer force of will or from the chattering monkeys on their typewriters in the dusty corners of my mind when they start to work overtime. You see, I remember the day I wrote my first poem. It wasn't a happy day. I was in a psych ward. My mind was hungering for something that day. It was longing for the rain. It was stuck in the clouds, wanting to be absolved, and I don't know why. When my mind connected to my hand, and it started to wander and write, and they wanted to know why, so they took it from me. I remember the poem. It's just out of my grasp.